Hey, chat. How are you? Sighs in a fatigued manner. So, Lennox is on suspension / hiatus / probation from spending the night at his friends' homes until school is over, which is a whole 2 more weekends away. My goodness, the suffering this boy has to go through. Why is he on hiatus? Well, I'll spill all the tea on the Patreon feed. So, wifey / Carolyn is in Arcata with her mom, visiting her mom's sister and scoring that Kush Ganj at Humboldt State, am I right? So it's me, alone, solo parenting, single dad, hot single dad summer for a weekend. And I'm trying my best, folks. So Saturday, 6 p.m., he says, yo, I'm headed to Lincoln Winds. And I said, okay, home by 9. And he said, 10. And I said, 9. And he said, Mom says 10. And I said, and where is she? And he said, 9:30. And I said, Lennox, this isn't a negotiation. I felt like Lee Iacocca when he staged a hostile takeover of Chrysler in 1983, the back and forth. And I say 9, knowing that it will turn into 9:10, 9:15. Like when Carolyn says 10, magically it turns to 10:30. So I need some buffer. And I'm a tired old man. I don't want to wake. I don't want to stay up till 10:30 waiting for this boy. So 9:08 p.m. he comes strolling in, technically late. Technically. And if this was McDonald's, he would get fired on the spot. But I was like, okay, that's fine. He houses some Swiss rolls. And he says, what time does the gym open tomorrow morning? And I said, 4 a.m. And he said, okay, I'm going to go at 4 a.m. because I'm a real man. And I said, okay, buddy. So he heads upstairs, hops on a voice call with his friends. I don't know if it's through the normal telephone or if it's through Xbox Live, or as Grandma Teen pronounces it, Xbox. But I can hear him. I can hear his friends. He's up in his loft, but whatever. That's fine. That's how they do their thing. Cut to 3:36 a.m. I'm getting my beauty sleep. He wakes me up by slapping my hands. He may have just pushed them to jar me awake, but I felt a slap. Officer, it was a slap. But I'm just like, huh? And he 3:36 a.m. And he said, can I go to the gym? Can I go to the gym? And I said, yeah. But Lennox, you didn't need to wake me up for this momentous occasion. He said, sorry. And I said, first off, never apologize for achieving them gains. But then, because technically our condo gym, I mean, you can go in it anytime you want. You just need a fob. But technically it opens at 4 a.m. So I said, Len, wait till 4 and then head on over. And he said, I'm going to go to the park and wait until 4. And I said, okay, waiting in the park, in the dark, at the witching hour of 3 a.m. Sure, what could possibly go wrong? So I have Lennox's location real time at all times because sometimes we need it. If he says, hey, I broke my arm. Hey, my scooter died. Hey, I got arrested. We can zero in on him and get to wherever he needs us ASAP in a jiffy. So and then I have notifications that pop up for when he goes to Target and when he goes to Lincoln Wynn's house, just so I know generally the vicinity of where he is at all times. Yes, I'm obsessed. Okay. I'm a stalker. So it's 3:40 a.m. or whatever. Quickly, very shortly thereafter, I get a notification that he's at Lincoln's house. And I was like, what? So I'm like, Len, I text him, why are you at Lincoln's? You said you were going to the park. Oh, and our condo gym, there's a park 25 feet from the front door. They're right next to each other. And he says, I went for a run. And I was like, Lolo. So he calls me and he begins the telephone call with, whoa. And I said, how's it going? And he said, I'm with Kave, one of his friends, and we're at Lincoln Wynn's Park. There's a park nearby Lincoln's house. It's very close. And I was like, okay, it's 4 a.m., but someone's going to call the cops on you, and that someone is going to be me. But I was like, all right, whatever. I didn't know what to do. Like, we have a night curfew for him, 9 p.m. For me, 10 p.m. for Carolyn. But should there be a morning curfew? Because technically he didn't spend the night. But if you're heading out the door at 3:36 a.m., I was like, this is a weird area to navigate as a parental unit. But I was just like, okay, you're going to be traversing around Lincoln Wynn's block at 4 a.m. in the dark. I guess. And then he said, we're going to watch the sun come up. And I said, okay, buddy, that's going to happen in 90 minutes. So, hey, I'm up. So I hop on my laptop and I start pointing and clicking and pinching and zooming and all that jazz, copying and pasting and doing whatever I do. But I see also on his maps, Google Maps real-time location, I see his phone percentage. It's often in the single digits. It's never 100. But I see the phone. It's at 7% when I talk to him, and it magically goes to 1% quite quickly. So I see his phone is at 1%. I'm like, okay, he's headed home, and lo and behold, he heads home, waltzes in 5:18 a.m., smashes a Swiss roll, and goes up to his loft to watch YouTubers who curse too fucking much. Alrighty, I think I'm done. Take care. Brush your hair. Peace out. I'm outie 5,000 G money. Gotta go. Late. See ya. Fiend.